Welcome to Drawing with Lord Karnage, where I'm working on Lord Karnage Book 2. And this picks up after the events in Lord Karnage Book 1, so Jesus and Edit Station 1 are running Classic Game Room from the Intergalactic Space Arcade, which was repaired after the battle with the Cosmic Death Bricks. Now, I'm merging Lord Karnage Book 2 and the work that I've done on Disco 8-Track, which they're similar stories to begin with, because Jesus and Edit Station 1 go off on their own adventure while Lord Karnage goes somewhere else, and then they come together at another point in the story, and it actually runs in parallel with Ethel the Cyborg Ninja Book 2. But my guess is I'm going to keep a lot of the same artwork and the general flow of the dialogue, but I do need to write my way up to that point. And Lord Karnage has to go to Earth because they block the internet broadcast because he doesn't want to pay taxes. And that's so here's where I'm basically just using stick figures to work out the flow of the book and the pages and the writing. So I'm not spending a lot of time on the artwork per se, but the government wants him to pay taxes even though he's in space. And he doesn't know what he's paying taxes for, so Edit Station 1 says space potholes. And here's where they get a visit from the space shuttle or something. I'm going to change it around a bit here. Instead of that shot being the space shuttle, it's going to be this girl from the government who's on the space shuttle with a bunch of armed guards. And she's going to say something like, "We're here to blah, blah, blah." I don't know. Worry about the dialogue later. And then this next shot, I'll do something like an homage to 2001 or something, where the shuttle's docking, and they're going to be like, "We're docking with this. Destroy them with our supercharger lasers," which are, of course, a competing brand to turbo lasers that you may have seen in Star Wars. But Lord Karnage, you gave specific instructions to never shoot beautiful alien women trying to board the space arcade. And she's going to stomp in and say, "Lord Karnage, you're under arrest," which of course he's going to ignore and offer her champagne and cheap beer or something. Because that's the kind of guy he is. And ultimately he's going to go with her, and so begins the adventure. As we learn that he owes several $1 trillion in back taxes from when the show was successful, even though it no longer earns any revenue in the future, and that's when Jesus and Edit Station 1 start live streaming, trying to appeal to a younger audience, only to fail miserably and be taken somewhere else by the Cosmic Death Brick. Got it? And then Lord Karnage goes back he disappears and goes back in time. But you'll see. There's a couple pieces that need to come together to make it run in parallel with Ethel Book 2. Because in Ethel Book 1, we learn that he's disappeared, and I know how he disappears, but I need to get him there. Page 6, so this will be on the left, and this is where Lord Karnage greets our new friend personally. I think it'd be good if he was leaning up against a wall, like with a pipe. What better way to draw than under the influence of coffee in a Star Wars mug? So I rearranged page 6 a bit. Page 5 they enter. Jesus greets them with a tray filled with 40s. She requests that he be shot. And then page 6 here, I've been rearranging things where there's going to be a shot showing them all lined up in the hallway. Please have a seat. Welcome to our space wonderland. Lord Karnage, you are under arrest for failure to pay back taxes and illegal possession of a fusion-powered reaction engine, which is what they use to power the Intergalactic Space Arcade and make margaritas. That's the fusion-powered margarita mixer. So obviously they're never going to part with that. I mean, who would? Now those are some bold claims. Now he's going to offer her a seat on this sleazy love seat with a disco ball. Why don't you have a seat and take off those shoes? We'll talk about this. And then Edit Station 1 suggests that he changes tactics. She says handcuff him, which of course he finds quite exciting. And then they haul him off into the space shuttle. So we're going to have a shot here where I might guards on either side of him here, I guess. Yeah, put a guard. I don't know. I'll work this out, but I'm just trying to get the story, the flow of the story down here before the real artwork. So these are the guards taking him, and she'll be on like her cell phone here because she's business class. And anyway, I have Lord Karnage in custody, bringing him back now, and then back here in the corner we'll have Edit Station 1 and Jesus watching all of this unfold. And then this next shot will be the Space Arcade. This is page 7, so this is on the right. Space Arcade's going to be here, and Space Shuttle is going to be going back to Earth, which will be here. And then this is basically where the rest of the book is going to pick up. So I have to shuffle a couple things around, but there's going to be a good one-liner here where, even though it seems like, you know, Lord Karnage has been arrested by some government agency and they have guns on them, and she's all business class on the phone with some high-level government officials, they're going to say that really she has no idea what she's in for. She's just his type. It's going to be a wide shot, and then the Space Arcade will be here. I think a space shuttle may be going in there. And that's when he delivers the one-liner. She's just his type. So it'll be a fun reveal. And this is just the rough, very, 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 very rough storyboarding part of the whole process. So what I'm going to do now is actually assemble all of the pages that I've worked on over the past couple months into one like book in progress. What I'm doing here is combining a bunch of files into the first Lord Karnage build, the rough build of the book, 19 pages in. Alright. Everything's been assembled. Backers on Patreon will be getting a copy of this. And this is the best way to sit down and really soak in the entire book and how the writing is progressing. I have a lot of detail work to do, obviously, but that comes last. I want to get the actual story completed first before I go in, start fiddling with all the bits. Get your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you.